The Trump administration launched a war with Iran without any clear strategy for how it would end or how long it would last or who would take over. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. After launching yet another illegal war in the Middle East that could destabilize the region and put American troops in harm's way, Trump has been spending his time doing what all presidents do during wars, taking calls from reporters.
I just got off the phone with the president. He is very pleased with how things are going.
So I just got off the phone with President Trump. It was a 9-minute phone interview.
Kristen, let's bring you in here. You talked to President Trump over the weekend by phone.
Robert Costa spoke with President Trump by phone this evening.
Rachel spoke with President Trump late today. Rachel, he told you that he was with the generals when you were on the phone with him.
He was with the generals. So they were there, just sitting around mid-war while he chit-chatted. Yeah, I'm at Mar-a-Lago right now. We're looking at some highly classified material. I'll put you on speaker so you can say hello. Say hello, generals. I mean, this is like when I call my mom and she picks up even though she's in the middle of her book club. And she's like, I'm here with the ladies. I'll pass you around. No, Mom, I don't have time. Oh, hi, Gloria. Hi, yes. Yeah, things are good. What? How's SNL? I left 12 years ago. Yeah. I have a late night talk show now. You don't have to apologize. It's not a downgrade. You know what? Pass me to Janet. I need her bundt cake recipe. Also, why is he suddenly chatting with reporters on the phone? Aren't these the same people he always says are destroying America and are the enemy of the people? This is like if you had a brutal 6-hour breakup talk with your girlfriend on Friday night and then called her on Monday saying, hey, I just saw there's a new poke place. Should we check it out? Why are you scream crying? You love poke. But now that the Ayatollah is dead, the question is, what happens next? Who takes over in Iran?
President Trump told the New York Times he has, quote, 3 very good choices for who could lead Iran.
Okay, well, he's got some ideas at least. That's good. So what happened to those 3 candidates?
He said the attack was so successful, it knocked out most of the candidates. It's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they are all dead. 2nd or 3rd place is dead.
2nd and 3rd place is dead? That sounds like they're announcing the results of the Coney Island hot dog eating contest after a salmonella outbreak. 1st place is dead. 2nd place is dead. 3rd place is in critical condition, and now we are hearing dead. Also, I love that he's describing it as so successful in one breath, while in the next he admits they blew up plans A, B, and C. This does strike me as a job you don't want to just get thrust into. It's a country of 90 million people, not a Hollywood movie. We're hoping for a Dave situation where a Kevin Kline type steps in to fill the void. Was Dave too dated a reference? You gotta pin that one on Seth. It wasn't in the original draft. And Seth said they'll all remember Dave, and now he's the one. Oh, I wouldn't want to be Seth Meyers right now. He's gonna get an earful from his very smug writers who warned him this very thing would happen. But do check out Dave. I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. It's a great film. 1993's Dave, starring Kevin Kline and Ben Kingsley, the great Ben Kingsley. We love him very much. We love Ben Kingsley. Just make sure there's some Dave fans next week. Who's running audience control? There's no Dave fans here. All right, so Trump's plan for who would take over seems to have gotten scrambled, but what about his timeline for the war? Surely he's put some thought into that, right?
He told Axios this war could end in 2 to 3 days with a deal. Then he told the New York Times 4 to 5 weeks of fighting.
So it could either be 3 days or 4 to 5 weeks? Okay, Spectrum Cable. Yeah, hi, you said the technician would be here last Friday, and now it's Monday, and I'd just love to know when you think someone's gonna be here. Wait, what? No, don't put me on speaker so I can say hi to the guys. Hi, guys. Hi, so you're all, nobody's doing service calls? You're all just sitting around at headquarters? Cool, cool. So maybe 3 days, maybe 5 weeks. There are a lot of pesky life and death details to work out here, but Trump wants to assure you he has the attention span to figure this out.
Somebody said today, they said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly. After that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about this. Do you agree with that, Pete? I don't think there's anything, Mr. General. I think there's nothing boring about it. Somebody actually said from the media, I think he'll get bored after about a week or 2. No, we don't get bored. I never get bored. If I got bored, I wouldn't be standing here right now. I guarantee you that.
And for once, I agree, you're not going to get bored with Iran. I mean, what would that even look like? I mean, I guess if you were bored, you'd just start talking about drapes and ballrooms and instead of the war you just started. But even I don't think you'd do that. What? Really? Oh, me.
We're adding on to the building a little bit. We're improving the building. See that nice drape? When that comes down, right now you see a very, very deep hole. But in about a year and a half from now, you're going to see a very, very beautiful building. And there's your entrance to it right there. In fact, it looks so nice, I think I'll save money on the doors because it can't get more beautiful than that. I picked those drapes in my first term. I always like gold, but I think we can save a lot of money. I just saved curtains. But, and it'll be spectacular. It'll be the most beautiful ballroom. I believe it because I built many a ballroom. I believe it's going to be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world. And when you hear all that hammering out there, you know why the First Lady is not thrilled exactly. She said, will the pile drivers ever stop? You know, they go from 6 in the morning till 11:30 in the evening. Can you imagine?
Literally, bombs are falling all over the Middle East, and he's complaining about construction sounds. But for anyone who's already worrying about the cost of another war, did you factor in the money he's saving on curtains? The door money? Also, I have to go back to the previous clip where Trump was insisting he wouldn't get bored to talk about this.
There's nothing boring about this. Do you agree with that, Pete? I don't think there's anything, Mr. General.
Mr. General? Is that his name? Are you talking to an actual general or the mascot from the insurance companies? I can't save you enough on car insurance to pay for this war. Don't ask me again. I know you saved curtain money. We still can't do it. In fact, Trump's plan for what happens next in Iran seems to be less about precision and planning and more about crossing our fingers.
In a social media post Sunday, President Trump wrote this, quote, hopefully the IRGC and police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots and work together as a unit to bring back the country to the greatness it deserves.
I mean, I don't know what's more troubling, the use of hopefully or the use of peacefully merge. Like, Iran is suddenly going to become a traffic circle in Daniel Tiger's neighborhood. And it's not just Trump who seems indecisive about how all this is going to end. Even the war's biggest cheerleaders, like Lindsey Graham, insist it is not their job to plan out an endgame.
The new Iran, whatever it is, whether it's a cleric or a representative democracy, our goal is to make sure it cannot become, again, the largest state sponsor of terrorism. That's a win for us.
But is there a plan to make sure that happens, Senator? Is there a plan? Does the president have a plan to guarantee that that happens?
No, it's not his job or my job to do this. How many times do I have to tell you? You know this idea, you break it, you own it? I don't buy that one bit.
I don't buy that one bit. You break it, you own it. And I said as much at the Pottery Barn when my Meemaw knocked over a shelf of ceramic vases. It's not her fault she can't see, though it wouldn't kill her to put her glasses on. I know you don't like the way you look at a Meemaw, but ain't no man attracted to an old bag who keeps knocking over vases with her ass. But the thing that strikes me as especially weird about this is how little effort Trump is putting into even trying to convince anyone, any of us, that this war no one asked for is a good idea. The polling so far is terrible, and when Trump announced the war, he did it from his private club in the middle of the night.
President Trump is in Mar-a-Lago. He addressed the nation in a video message in the middle of the night last night.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to announce an illegal war that violates the Constitution from your private club at 3 a.m., can you at least take the hat off first? You look like an Italian tourist in Times Square. I was worried you were going to turn it over for questions to knock off Spider-Man. Now, of course, as we pointed out countless times on the show, Trump and his supporters claimed he was against regime change wars and nation building abroad. He called himself the candidate of peace, which was ludicrous then. It is even more ridiculous now, but now his MAGA base has to get on board with the neocon version of Trump they pretended didn't exist. How are they going to reconcile their desire to end foreign wars with Trump's desire to start foreign wars? Fox News, you got any ideas?
And Dan, your message to some of our friends on the right who are saying, look, President Trump ran on no regime change, and now President Trump is doing regime change. You see the Democrats are picking up on that for 2026 themes. Your message to them tonight.
Well, it's incredible how the doomers, Laura, it hasn't even been 24 hours. It's happened at 3 a.m. It's not 3 a.m. Eastern time. Can you give the man a chance to cook a little bit?
I don't know, man. There's no amount of cooking that's going to undo the regime change. I mean, unless you're cooking up a way to reanimate the corpses of those candidates you killed. I mean, who in your administration would even do a thing like that? Oh. Also, you can't say let him cook on Fox News. No one understands what you're saying. They're all 100 years old. They think you mean Trump's literally preparing food. Oh, I hope it's soup. You sound like a 40-year-old drug dealer trying to blend in at high school. Hey, chap, mind if I mog you? No cap, I'm Luke Smaxon. Let me cook? Trump lied. He said he would put an end to regime change wars, and now he's starting yet another regime change war. But this time, he can't even decide what the goal is, how long it'll take, who will take over, how it will end. Americans don't want this. The polling is terrible. Much like the site of his new ballroom, Trump is in
a very, very deep hole.
This has been a closer look.
It's a fight-off!